Coaches Connection, connecting you and the greater DMV to local sports programs, as well as the coaches that inspire our local youth.
Welcome to another edition of Coach Connection. Today I want to introduce you to a young man from D.C. He's already throwing out those numbers, and I'm going to tell you what those numbers represent. Him deciding to be in an environment of excellence. But brother, tell everybody who you are.
My name is Terrance Mckinley. They call me Coach Mook. I've been coaching for 32 years at the Marshall Heights Bison's family.
Yeah. At Marshall Heights, Now, let's go a little bit about your past, because what you're doing now is because the decision that you made to be around sports a long time ago, right? So give us a little insight about the old you, right? Before we dive into what you're doing now and how you're helping so many young persons have a better life.
Well, the old me,
yeah.
Just started out just working, being around the kids. I had a child young, so that really got me into sports.
Yeah.
And a couple of guys came to me. We started our program, been in existence for 32 years now.
Yeah.
We're one of the biggest programs in this metropolitan area. As we speak, we grew it like a mom and pop store. You know how it is. Then you go to Walmart. So we like the Walmart of football right now.
Okay. Now he's being modest, but we're going to dive into this, brother, because I'm telling you, the lives that he challenged. How many students are you working with a year?
Between 200 to 250.
Yeah, 200 lives, and you've been doing it for 30. How many?
32 years.
Now you do the numbers, all right? I'm telling you, Coach Connection is connecting you to people who are making a difference in our young person's lives now. Now, who was your favorite coach? Who was that man or that woman that be like, yo, saw something in you that you didn't even see in yourself?
Well, I grew up watching Ernie Gee. Sorry, he's passed right now. He was like a mentor to me.
He's a legend.
Yes, he's really a legend. Jay Ford, guys like them, older than me. So I watched them. I played under them too. So I like the way how they carry themselves. And Coach Ernie Gee, he was like a strong mentor to me. He had a lot of discipline.
Yep.
So I liked it that, when I was young, I didn't really want the discipline, but as I got older, I understood that it was good for me.
Yeah, you needed it.
Yeah.
We all needed it. And to have a man that wasn't scared of you to give it to you and gave it to everybody that walked on that,
Yes.
Now, you navigated different neighborhoods, How has sports, helped you to do that? Because you've got young kids out here now, man, growing up in some neighborhoods that, you came through. Yeah. How did sports help you to get through those neighborhoods?
Well, sports helps me get through the neighborhoods because, like my name, so it's no neighborhood that I can go in where a kid might just see me and say, hey, Coach Mook. So that really gave me the inside to go to any neighborhood in my area.
Yeah.
As far as the Lincoln Heights, the Clay Terrace, the Benning Parks, the avenues, and those type of, where there was a lot of violence.
Yep.
So I would be able to go up there and reach out to the kids, and also, we pick the kids up from those neighborhoods. There may be a lot of guys out there, and they won't bother me because they already, that's coach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So sports pretty much got me into those neighborhoods, a foothold in those neighborhoods, whereas though they won't bother me.
Right. And they won't bother the young persons that's with you also too.
Exactly. They really take care of them.
Yeah. And I want you to know that sports have been a platform to give lots of people an out. And you see that. You see that now. So tell us about your agent, your family, your team, brother. Come on. Tell us about it.
Well, my team, I was happy to have some good teams, right? I coached a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Guys that went on to play high school, did good in high school, did good in college, even NFL players, And a lot of them, like we went to Florida and they come back, call me, Coach, I know y'all going to Florida. Can I help you? What could I do to assist you all to get down there? I let them know, we need such and such. They help us, make sure the kids get down there and have a great time. Some of these kids in these areas will never probably even make it to Florida. Unless we, with the winning, we are able to get them down there. It's kind of good that some of those guys always get back. Even though some of the guys that went to college, they might not have went to the pro, but they came back and now they coaching. And they giving back to the kids like that. So it's not all about the money. It's about what they telling them, the discipline, the mentorship.
And with them being able to see, man.
Yes.
A young person can see you. and can not only call your name, but when they call your name, you respond to them. Parents, it is so important for you to connect your children to athletic departments that really, really guide them. So can you give us, what are some of the techniques that you are, helping the young persons to learn when they have to make better decisions in their life?
Well, some of the techniques I use, it'd be more like, so whenever they have a problem, I'll be like, man, listen, before you do anything, you just call me. I'm here for you, because a lot of times, they in the house by themselves. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I always tell them, man, before you make a rash decision, call Coach Mook. So I'm gonna walk you through it, and if you need me to come and get you, sit you down and talk to you, I'll talk to you. Like a lot of kids, a guy came to me one day. I was just sitting in a car with a buddy of mine. He knocked on the window, and was like, boom, boom, Coach Mook. He said, man, I love you, man. I said, what did I do? He said, man, it was plenty of days that I was going through it with my mom. I call you, you come and get me, you'll take me to the movies, you'll take me places, man, and it really helped me as a man, you know what I'm saying? So I was really shocked about it, because kids don't, like when they grow up, they really don't tell you how it affected them.
Right.
So he told me, and I was like, wow, I really touched him. Yeah. So it was kind of, really, I don't like to say it, but it really went to my heart.
Of course it did, brother, because you out there with your heart open. Yeah. I've seen you, just think about it. Here's a brother that could have gone anywhere to live, and you're a family man. Yeah. Could have took his family anywhere, decided to stay in the community that he navigated himself through to make sure other young persons are also navigated to a successful life. And success doesn't mean you got a lot of cash. It's that you have opportunities to decide how and where you want to live. Yes. So, Coach, how can people reach you? Because there's a parent out there now that needs to put their young person in your program. How do we do that?
You can reach me at coachmook.com. You can reach my program on MarshallHeightBisons.com. We on the internet. We on IG, and we on Facebook. My number is 202-441-9064. Coach Mook, please come and bring your kid here. We're going to make sure he's all right. And one thing I want to also say, my program, we are budget friendly. I know a lot of programs out here charging you $400 and $500. No, we are not. We budget friendly. So and we're gonna make sure that we give him not just football, it's life skills. Yeah. I always tell people, it's not about the football, it's about the life skills that I'm gonna give you. Yeah. You can take on in school, at your house. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just want you to understand that please bring them on. We looking for kids and coaches.
So you don't know, but Coach Connection, we started this because a lot of times people are not connected to our coaches in our cities. They don't know all the work until you hit a bunch of kids on the bus to go down to Florida for the championship. A lot of times people don't see the hours and hours of practice, keeping our kids off the block, the hours and hours of making sure their homework is done, making sure they got something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes y'all just make sure that the kids got something to eat before they go back home. All of this you can be a part of. You can actually contribute $20, $100 to support our coaches as they save lives today. Is there any way a person can make a direct donation to your agency?
Yes. You can make a direct at Marshall Heights Bisons, Inc. No, Marshall Heights Bisons. That's our Cash App. Or you can either, like I said, go on the internet, IG, or Facebook, and you can make a donation off the Facebook or IG page.
So I want you to listen closely, because you have an opportunity to make sure that this doesn't happen. So I ask a lot of coaches, we always talk about success stories, and I know you got them in your heart, and you just shared one of a brother came back to you and touched you. But you also see people who should have been on a football field, man, who should have been on a basketball field. Tell us some of those brothers and sisters, because sisters miss, they get through the cracks also. Yeah. Share one of those stories that you wish, man, I wish this brother just put a helmet on rather than picking up a Glock.
Yeah, well, he didn't really put up a Glock, but it's a kid I coached since he was a baby.
Yeah. You don't say no names, but
tell
the
story.
He
was a baby. Yeah. And he was real good. So, he was going through a lot of problems with his family. I told you with the kids we get, they have a lot of problems. Yeah. So, and you know, like when he was playing with me, every coach in this area wanted him, from the Catholic schools to the public schools, and you know, I took a liking in him because I knew he had a special talent that I wanted to see him grow. Yeah. So, so I used to go get him, but he just got caught up in the streets. You know, I go get him. He was like ducking me and dodging me, and you know, I stayed on him. I stayed on him, but it's just that element of the streets. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then the coach can only do but so much. Because I still have my family. I have kids. You know what I'm saying?
200 some odd kids. You know, that was just one out of all the ones you did.
Yeah. So you know, I tried and tried, but now he's still with me today.
That's good.
So now I got him where as though he came back to coach with me.
That's good.
And he getting his life together.
That's good.
So he didn't really go all the way to the streets.
But you
I had to
could've.
grab him in. Yeah, I had to grab him. You know,
Yeah.
get him some discipline. You know, so now he giving back to the organization. He coaching the team, and he's doing great. He got a nice job with the public school system.
Got it.
So he's doing good.
Yeah. See, you can always have hope to turn around. Now, you start coaching at what age?
18.
18. And that's a time of life where young people got lots of decisions, not just the street decisions they're making, but they're making decisions on, do I go to college or what college, who do I play for? Can you get any suggestions on so them and their parents can have better ideas of how to make that decision on where should they go play? How do they choose a good coach or a good program?
Well, a lot of times, they should do research on the coach. But a lot of times parents don't do research on the coach. They always go with their first heart. If they like a coach, okay, I'm gonna let my son play with them instead of doing their research. You know, what have the coach done over his past career? You know, because a lot of times, like, I deal with kids that, like, I told you, like, I had a team with probably out of 25 kids, 20 went to school. You know. But
When you say school, like what school? Like
they went to college.
They went to college.
One went to Notre Dame. One they went to a lot of big schools. But a lot of times that I would tell the parents that coach been here for probably say 4 years of their life coaching them, and then like all of a sudden somebody outside and their family comes in and be like, oh, well, I know the best decision for him. Yeah. And I always go back and say, wow, like, I took care of your son for 4 years, and I made sure he was going to be straight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's not a coach around this area that don't know my name.
That's right.
As far as like high school and things like even college coaches.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, what I'm doing for your kid is not going to benefit me any.
Right.
It's only going to benefit him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, you just got to do your background on your coach to make sure he has the best interest for you and your child.
Yeah.
You know. So
one of the things we're going to do with Coach Connection is give insight to coaches as well as to the parents choosing the coach. Now, you were highly recommended because all the coaches you see on this show have coaches that have been referred by other coaches, have coaches that I've literally gone out and seen, or coaches that say, man, you got to go see this brother. So whatever coach out there that you respect, that you would say, man, you know, I can't have everybody, check out this coach because you know this coach skill and heart. Yeah, buddy. Coach Connection.
I mean, I don't want to be biased because he from my program.
Okay.
But it's a gentleman I coached, Coach Dante Herrod. He's real skilled. You know, like I said, he's one of those kids that went off to Syracuse and played ball. You know, luckily, unfortunately, he had 2 bad knees, so you know he couldn't progress his career. Right. But I recommend him because he's very good with kids. Yeah, he's good, and he's a 4-time national champion too.
All right, that's what we're talking about on Coach Connecting you to coaches is making a difference in the lives of our young persons. Is there any question that I should have asked you that you want your parents and your community to know? Because we want to support you, brother, and we are so grateful for all that you have done and all that you know that you're going to be doing next. Because you're a winner.
Well, I just want the parents to know, man, if you just give me a chance to coach a kid and you're going to see what I'm going to do with him. I know I'm going to do great things with him because I know my heart and my passion with this coaching, and not just the heart and the passion with the coaching. I'm talking about just with the life skills, period. You know what I'm saying? Because I have 3 kids myself, and all my kids are doing great. So I know once I get your kid in my web, I call it a web. I'm going to hold him right there in that web until, you know, he get himself together. You know, don't get me wrong, I haven't saved all the kids because one person can't save everybody. That's right. But I've saved a few kids from the streets, you know. So I just want you all to know that if you bring your kids to me, I'll take care of them. He in good hands.
Got it. And we need positive hands on our children in so many ways. So thank you for watching another edition of Coach Connection, where we connect you to coaches making a difference in the lives of young persons. Coach, thank you, big brother.
Thank you.
All right.
Coaches Connection, connecting you and the greater DMV to local sports programs, as well as the coaches that inspire our local youth. This show has been brought to you by the Scholar Athlete Sports Network, SASN.TV.